% of the first heralds. Why are you 10th in first turrets? That's not good.
Yeah.
And then as Hanwha Life, it ties into a problem that hasn't really helped them.
They are going to be able to get themselves some wins here as, yep, Chovy's never lost to Lava before. Is this going to be the day? Is the question. It's actually a quite impressive stat because, of course, they've been playing against each other for quite some time. And that is...
Picking themselves up an AP source, but it will be the Gwen. Assumed that's going to do, but it's Hanwha Life, so might very well be flexed here.
Exactly. I don't mind flexing the Lee Sin into Arthur as well. It's another one of his comfort picks that he's been playing, but I think I speak for everyone when I say, Chovy, please play Lee Sin. I just want it. I'd just be so happy. I'd be so happy. This is brilliant. Out of Fredabreon, they'll grab the Kalista for Henna. He managed to get their first 2 wins on this champion. And there's the set for either Hoya or Lava. I wouldn't mind it going into the hands of Hoya. Hoya's struggled in laning phases, but Set's going to do his job regardless, right? So you may as well park that one on him and then try and get something a little bit more powerful for Lava.
Fredabreon have also been pretty adamant about how much they ignore Hoya in the
it was almost so good. And going to be Chovy playing the Galio. Could, of course, still be in the hands of Vista, as that is the Gragas that we were talking about. Absolutely no surprises there, as Orianna will be the theoretical blind pick into Chovy's Galio. Oh, sorry, into Chovy's theoretical flexed mid lane. Goodness me, this patch is frustrating sometimes.
There's so many opportunities, so many permutations. I love the Fredabreon draft. It's
down his circle. Hoya's just going to pin him against the wall, but that's a perfect face break. Umpty in trouble though, 1v2, as Dudu is just playing with his food. Dashing on forward now, Arthur will turn up. There's the flash. The flash forward from Arthur misses the Q, but Hoya is still absolutely dead. Dudu picks that one up. That's a solo kill, but that was basically a 1v2. Gwen, pretty strong.
Damn, dude, that was beautifully played here by Hanwha Life, because I thought...
Dredge line, yeah, there's the chain CC. Kickback's beautiful, and the kill delivered to Deft. This is the Hanwha Life esports we've been looking for. Thankfully, Arthur is delivering thus far, as Vista will be able to pop this blast cone if he wants to. But first, he's just going to deny Umpty, throws him all away. Yep, Hobbs not going to be able to get here. Arthur will secure this one. So far, Hanwha Life esports with an absolute monopoly on this game. And in comes Chovy, gets the knock up onto Delight, but there's a lot of teleports coming in. Great taunt to land from the Galio, but massive AoE damage. And out goes the Gwen. She does absolutely nothing in the fight. Vista's also unable to do anything, as, oh dear, Deft unable to get out of the shockwave. It's a disaster for Hanwha Life esports, as Arthur's got other things on his mind. He's like, guys, I'll just take the mid out of turret. You guys just happily have fun in your unfortunate teamfight situation.
And there was a beautiful double teleport. I don't know if Hanwha Life saw there was a double teleport wins, because if you can do that, the rest of the map opens up for Hanwha Life. Otherwise, you're going to have to try and teamfight into a comp that loves doing that.
There's another dredge line. Deft charge to come forward. They do get the flash out of Delight, but no! Oh, Deft is able to grab that kill with the follow-up. Henna's just going to get absolutely roasted. Two-man shockwave is going to connect, but not in the circle, so Dudu's unaffected. And Lava now just trying to run away. Is the Q gonna connect onto Lava? Arthur picks up the kill. How did he thread that? That was insane. Not going to go in on that one because he does have his mind in order. And man, it's good to see Arthur.
And here we see the power of the Hanwha Life comp if they can actually find skirmishers, right? It is basically pick one person off. And I think Fredabreon were kind of looking for an actual team fight, but due to the terrain and the instant repositioning offered by Deft with his killer instinct, it's
really nicely done.
That's really well done. Also a bit of question mark from Fredabreon, like I said.
Yeah, I think that was a bit of an update. Oh, okay, Henna now in trouble. There's the kick flash. Absolutely love it. Vista gives him a hug, and Deft says goodnight.
Was it really so easy, Atlas?
Absolutely.
Is that the lesson?
There's Chovy with the heroic entrance available, but Umpty's chasing him down. He's not going to be able to get in, as Vista's just going to get taken out. Chovy can join from at a moment's notice, but it looks like Fredabreon will just get this Drake for free. Hanwha Life esports aren't going to risk it.
Very good call by Hanwha. as we see this whole situation, or this whole chain of events unfurl, I'm like, yeah, you probably should have just gone for Drake. I think the Baron call was a little hyphy.
Yeah. Huge flash! Lava just getting obliterated. It's a two-man shockwave, but who cares? It does no damage, and Life Esports, they knew exactly what they wanted. I'm glad you were talking about how good Vista was earlier on, because that's proof.
Incredible play from Vista, because they can play that slow if they want to. They have someone in the side lane with teleport that will win the 1v1, but instead, the opening that Vista sees there, beautifully executed. Now it might get them a Baron here, Atlas.
Yeah, Arthur over the wall. Now going to be able to queue back if he'd like to. Great body slam there, but here's the turn as Hoya gets on in there. Massive haymaker damage, but Deft is still free hitting. Hannah gets over to the side and Deft will be taken down, but there is still so much damage here. Dudu practically untouched as Hannah's trying his very best to kite this one out. Dudu just desperately looking for that dash. Does find it there, and Hannah will fall down for the double kill to the Gwen. Life Esports not sure whether they can go for a Baron right here as Dudu hops in and clears out the wards. And you'd take that. This is still Soul Point going over to Frederick. Definitely good news. It's all right, in goes Arthur. It's going to be a pretty decent stopwatch though, as Chovy's looking to try and turn this one around. Haymaker not doing quite as much as this is. The inhibitor's going down. In the meantime, this was Frederick trying to fight this one out as Dudu looking to try and get in there. Has the circle. The ignite ticks down and he says, nah, not this time, my friend. That was beautifully done.
That might just be game.
He's just looking to try and he'll take down the first Nexus turret. Now Umpty having to run away. He's the last man standing. There's 20 seconds on Delight. He's the next one here. This Nexus is dead, and Life Esports will get their first win for LCK Summer 2021.
Let it be known, Hanwha Life doesn't get beaten 7 times in a row, Atlas. It's only 6 times.
And Dudu gets his first win since August last year. He has not won a game since then. Damn, this was impressive. I'd like for Dudu to get the player of the game, but it's going to Arthur. That guy was so good.
Who I voted for. You know who I voted for.
I never do, actually, but this time I might have an inkling.
I've been better.
By getting himself far enough ahead to give him all of the agency on the map. I absolutely love it, as that was definitely a picture. I'd like to get some context there, as I am not entirely sure what that was representative of. As Frederick back to the drawing board here once again. It's a little bit unfortunate for them. We thought that things were going to go so well after that first game, but unfortunately not to be the case. But on the other side, Life Esports, it's about time we see what they're capable of.
It's also about the latest that you can get away with going, if you go 0-4, the season is really hard. 0-3 you can still somewhat bounce back from.
Kaiser also still available, and certainly something that Deft loves to go towards. I don't know whether I like it as much into the Varus, but we'll see. Still 5 seconds before they make the choice. Is Deft, wry smile on his face, as that's Ezreal. Oh, thank goodness. Okay. I like that one a little bit more. We've seen Showmaker into this matchup many, many times into the Varus, and has worked out for him. Let's see whether Deft, with a lot more experience on Ezreal, is going to do.
I can read that. It says Deft.
Nah, will be picked up here though, and we're looking for the last pick for Lava in the mid lane. Azir being considered. Will be a lot of team fighting prowess here from Frederick.
I think the Azir would have been really good into just straight up dive, but Hanwha Life have already shown that they kind of pivoted away from that, right? So I think in that context, it's not as good as it would otherwise be. I'm happy to see Frederick provide setup for the equalizer, so if Hoya finds a big ultimate on the Gnar, you can then follow up and win the team fight that way. Also, of course, the Shroomer Shuffle that provides...
No,
he shouldn't.
He wants to... Oh, no. All right, well, let's see whether he's able to flash his way out of this one. I think the answer is no, as he gets a lot of value. Oh, what the heck? Now he flashes. Hannah comes on forward. Takes a while, but they do manage to grab it. That is the flash down on the Varus, but he's in a Tahm Kench lane. So
feels so bad to do this into set when you're pre-items in.
All right, that's ultimate to come through. Chovy not level 6 yet. He's just going to get burnt down. Does have the Haymaker, but that only buys some time. And Lava's going to kill him for the second time this game. Great punish there from Umpty coming on through, but Chovy maybe a little bit of over-optimism. These are secured correctly. Hoya moves the cannon minion away from the turret as Chovy once again in a bit of trouble. Flashes on over. Arthur is here though. Can he find the Moonfall as he gets on in? Has already used it unfortunately, but that doesn't really matter. And Dudu, he's already in position. Chovy with the Haymaker there, uses it to avoid his own teammate's True Shot barrage. Like it a lot. That was obviously not what he was using it for, but it did kind of look off it. And will just flash out of the way. Now the re-engage to come in. Another Moonfall. Now Arthur still just diving onto Hoya. The Empress device just too good. Sweeps him up as Hoya will get taken down by... Oh no, not quite! The flash forward from Deft will guarantee the kill, but it's still just a 1 for 2. And they have no smite over here. Umpty's still alive. Summer Life Esports still with an angry Shirley. They do have to just give it up. As Lava very strong now. 3-1-1 on the Azir.
Of the fact that Lava is on his way, so this re-engage is a really big risk. They think they can burst down the Magana, but you don't have the ultimate from, you don't have the Heartbreaker, right? Because with Heartbreaker, this fight goes differently.
Yeah.
But with just a level 10 Diana, this is just a really greedy play from Our Life, and it's just 10 to 15 minutes. You lose as Lava.
Yeah, this turret is going to get taken down, but Arthur might as well. Sundisk is put up, and Arthur's just wiped out by this absolutely massive Azir. Chovy, he does have, of course, the Haymaker, but once again, it's just not going to be enough. Another double kill, and now LOL King Lava is 5-1-1 on the Azir.
Lava's mid-gapping Chovy.
Yeah, it's just not really working. Lava just immediately puts that one up. Let's listen to what he says. Yeah, able to just utilize the Empress Divide, and the Equalizer not really going to do too much, but Chovy was already dead. Wow, health. The Equalizer is going to be used. Vista almost just dies from it. But still, that is a big tool now down as the Mountain Drake is alive. Okay, Chovy, I believe, was spotted there, and yes, he was. Umpty gonna find him. There's the showstopper, but immediately he goes golden. Chovy has to use the Haymaker early once again as he flashes away. Big Moonfall from Arthur as Henna. He's gonna get flashed on. Dudu finds him. Can't get the reset though, and Hoya says goodnight. Deft now has to run away. The house just in celebration as Fred and Prion should just be able to walk over and grab themselves the Mountain Soul.
And looks like we're going to a third game, Atlas. Deft!
Oh, Deft just pops the Azir. All right, you'll take that. As, okay, Abyssal Voyage is going to bring them on over. Deft buying a lot of time here, but I think he's still just dead. Yeah, Key Devour going to be utilized, and Umpty is going to be able to take down the Ezreal.
Oh, I do think that...
Did they just stop the Drake fight?
Maybe they can...
stop their way forward. Can they actually get the Hail Mary? Nope. As that's the three-man showstopper towards the back as Delight will get taken down. Arthur is going to secure that one, but remember, there's triple buffs on Fred and Prion. They are so powerful. Chovy goes golden. Dudu will be taken out as Deft is trying his best to kite him. Hammerlife felt like they had to do something, and it almost worked, right? The Facebreaker was great from Chovy. Just, yeah, Fred and Prion had about everything that they needed to stop that one from being a problem.
And now Fred and Prion marching towards the base. They have Baron, they have Elm. There should be absolutely nothing that Hanwha Life can do. And after game number 1, this is going to be a painful one for the Hanwha Life fans. You see both the best and the worst form of your team as Vista.
The Dragon's going to come down. Goodbye, Vista. Deft as well. He's trying to discourage them, but I don't think they'll be discouraged as Lava, yep. That Dragon is very busy here today. And that is going to be that. Fred and Prion bring us to a game number 3. 300 games for Chovy this evening. And off the back of that one, he's not going to be super psyched about the position of Hanwha Life Esports. First, they celebrate their first win here for Summer, and then they just get very difficult to play when they fall behind. And Chovy really did struggle. As you can see, not a lot of damage done here by almost anyone on the side of Hanwha Life Esports, and Lava proving that he absolutely is the LOL King. It doesn't matter what your name is, he will go to battle with you. And this time around, managed to come out on top. I think the Azir also works very, very well into all of these melee champions. Maybe we didn't mention that enough, but
yeah,
Lava just had a great time.
Again, I think as Hanwha Life, you're okay if this goes even into mid-game, right? Because you saw how close some of those fights were. You saw how...
Fred and Prion players. Fred and Prion is the winner of game number 2, and the player of the game will go over to Lava, the LOL King on Azir. 4th POG already.
노련했어요.
He played like a very experienced player. He knew what was happening on the map and he was able to take counter actions.
상대적으로 1레벨을 전사한 것들을 보면은 초비 실수가
So there was a mistake happening
속도적으로 많이 나오는
in this game from
Diana, set is an opportunity. I would expect Fred Brian to pick up the Rumble in the set here, because I think set is insane. It allows Hoya to just completely be fine on his own and not need any resources and still have an impact later in the game. And I really like setup with Rumble. So that's just all good, all nice. It's still flexible. You can flex it into multiple lanes. Alternatively, you might be looking... Oh, that is...
Wow.
Ooh, that is a risky one. I'm not a big fan of that. I feel like the set could have provided you kind of the same feeling, but without giving so much away.
Yeah, and also, I mean, Dudu would be happy to play the Lee Sin into the Na, so that flex is going to continue. And the Silas is still up. Chovy can, of course, play that one in the mid lane if he would like to. And we can continue. Huge fan of Oriana Rumble, but this is fine. Kalista available. I'd love to see Kalista Gragas. Because, of course, then you have a few extra engage options. And, of course, Deft's Kalista has been something that I've spoken about for a long time. Hasn't really had a pop-off Kalista game for quite a while. Might be an opportunity for him, as he is going to lock it away. Now we'll see what Vista's going to be playing alongside it. Kalista Rakan. One made famous by Gen G here in the LCK. And the Leona still left up. Tom Kench still available as well. Wow, Ezreal Tom Kench. Speaking of Gen G, this would be a blast from the past.
That's, yeah, please do that.
Yeah, looks a lot better, doesn't it? Because Hannah had to go back. So there we go. Prediction. It's looking like you might be the winner, I'm not going to lie. As okay, Delight trying to move towards Vista here, as that's going to be the Drake taken down. Okay, Delight running out of this one. Shockwave just going to hit the air, which ain't super great. Quickness is decent as Vista was burning down, but there's First Blood at 12.5 minutes, an entire 2 minutes earlier than expected, and Dudu's going to be able to pick up that one for himself. Life Esports on the board.
And it's a second Drake, a really big one here for Hanwha.
Well, yeah. Well, that has certainly been the ploy so far today.
It's been recurring.
Vista discovers some people in his jungle. As, okay, Ocean Rift's going to be a bit of a problem for him as he's getting burned down. Yep, sunburnt, then actually burnt. And Umpty's going to be able to grab that kill very comfortably. So both of the supports have died. And we once again reached a stalemate. That brush is not very clear, so I almost... Flare immediately jumps on top of the Leona. That was a beautiful section of play by the Silas. An absolute joy there from Chovy, who answers back the attempted engage with a kill himself.
It's legit a mirrored game from game number 2 from Hanwha Life.
Yeah.
The early Drakes into finding some leads left and right, and then one play that gets overforced, gets turned around, and now it's Sword Point at 18 minutes. Bit more kills than we bargained for, so I hope everyone is okay. You know, there's not too much action for everyone involved.
Yeah, I'm actually a little bit out of breath.
No, I get it. And as you pointed out, like, just beautifully played from Chovy here. Hits the steal, the hijack, then also finds...
Also hits the skill shot mid-tab,
yeah,
which is definitely what you need to do. Love that.
Man, they put another ward on Steve's place, but then Deft immediately replaced it.
Aww.
Yeah.
Oh, that is a Solar Flare. Not going to connect for the stun, but Delight out of position. It's a great Everfrost, however. He is still going to get stunned up. A lot of damage onto Vista there, who really is quite squishy. Has to battle dance his way out, does so. Both of the supports on the same health bars. As Life Esports going to take this as an opportunity to start off the Baron. They've got so much vision lasting so far. And Fred Brion now trying to walk through what is the Life Esports Christmas tree. They will stop the Baron. Pacifist League of Legends is coming on in here as we do get the teleport out of lava. There's the equalizer as well, but at the moment, it's only really helping as Delight's not going to find the Solar Flare. Umpty wanting to get over here, but Chovy's going to find him. Deft trying to kite this one out as the stopwatch is used by Arthur, and Delight will get rendered to death. A phenomenal engage to come down from Vista, and the follow-up is beautiful as well. And Life Esports are going to find one of the team fights for this game, one of the many team fights for this game. and look to try and push on through as Henna is the last man standing.
When they're this good, you don't need many Atlas, as it is a beautiful flank from Chovy. Love that our observers do this every single time, where we know that Chovy's teleporting. We don't know where, and neither does Frederick. He shows up out of nowhere behind Umti. There to do it again, but I fell for it, I'm not going to lie.
That would have been a cool steal.
And Umti's equalizer gets stolen. It is the perfect combination when Chovy throws it down on a Frederick that is trying to run away from a fight. Also glad to see the restraint from Hanwha Live here. There's no reason for you to try and flip this objective. In comes Chovy. Sure, he doesn't find Umti after a flash and a Protobell, but then look at this ultimate. They try to get away. Grand entrance and quickness on top of an equalizer. And the story Atlas.
Absolutely beautiful. And you can see as Hanwha Life need to work out which direction they want to go, and it's starting to split as Deft just walks in and kills the Rumble. Now he's in a brush in the back of the pit. It's a decent shockwave, but it's not really onto the carries as the Elder's now taken from Hanwha Life. They've got all of the buffs, and it's just going to be another ace. A disaster for Frederick. I don't really know what they were trying to do.
You can't give up Elder and Baron because you lose the game, so Fred Brian says, let's flip it as well as we humanly can. Try and cash in on all that, you know, built-up action, built-up momentum of the rest of the game, and unfortunately, Hanwha Life is ahead. They had a great position. I want to see the replay, which I don't think we will because I think the game is over. How Umti died, because as you said, it felt like Deft literally
just wandered over the equalizer and then just hopped on top of him and he died, and there wasn't really much of a follow-up. Oh dear, well, Nexus turrets are going to fall. Nothing that Frederick Breon can do about it, as Deft is just hopping mad around this one. And that will be Hanwha Life Esports picking up their first win and a successful 300th game for Chovy as well. And they certainly made sure that it was as long as possible. I apologize if there wasn't enough conversation about the game, but it certainly was one that took a little while to ramp up. But those last team fights...
Right, and here, you play for the L.
We'll have a listen. The shockwave really just not in the right place, and with all of these buffs in the advantage. Very calm.
어차피 미드 가기 멀는데?
그냥 오면 끝날 것 같아.
오면 끝나.
와서 다이브 하자, 얘 사람.
간을 루트는 똑같아.
Slowly taking down minion waves.
이제 높을.
럼블 노플.
It's good that we have Baron buff here still, otherwise this might not have been the end of the game and we'd still be looking for Steve.
없는 것 같아. 없는 것
Yeah,
같아.
trends.
웨이브
I
지켜봐.
miss it. I do.
Daily, yeah.
Play a couple of games and bring him out when I get home.
나이스. 잘했다. 아, 네.
And as
Yeah.
you said, that's not joy, that's relief. That's
Yeah.
knowing, okay,
And it was
on the
you
board.
saw that there was a smile on Arthur's face, but he wasn't in the other games. The rest of
Now Hanwha isn't doing it.
well, it is going to be Vista that picks up the player of the game. So I know there's going to be a few Chovy robs in the chat. Somewhere I could hear LS yell about it. But he is certainly 100% kill participation at 15 minutes. All one of them. Nailed it. Brilliant. That's a fun stat. But he definitely did have a really good game.